Welcome to Mira English Podcast, where you practice your English listening skills while upgrading your mindset. Today we are going to challenge everything you think you know about discipline and waking up early. They told you this was the secret. They told you that while the world sleeps, the winners are working. They told you that if you want the millions, the six-pack abs, and the perfect life, it all starts with one simple, painful act: waking up at 5 a.m. We have been sold a narrative. A story that says discipline equals suffering. That fighting your body's natural urge to sleep is the ultimate badge of honor. So, you tried it. You set the alarm. You dragged yourself out of bed in the dark. You drank the cold water. You tried to journal. But be honest, did it actually work? Or did you spend those golden hours staring at a screen, brain foggy, waiting for the caffeine to kick in, only to crash by 2 p.m.? Here's the uncomfortable truth that the productivity gurus won't tell you. For about 50% of the population, waking up at 5 a.m. isn't just difficult, it is biologically destructive. You don't need more time. You have the same 24 hours as Elon Musk and Beyoncé. What you need is energy. In this video, we are going to dismantle the cult of the early riser. We are going to look at the neuroscience of chronotypes, expose the hustle porn industry, and give you a new protocol. One that doesn't require you to fight your biology, but to master it. To understand why the 5 a.m. advice fails for so many, we have to look at the hardware, your brain. Deep inside your hypothalamus, there is a cluster of about 20,000 nerve cells called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. Think of the SCN as your body's master clock. It controls your circadian rhythm, the internal cycle that dictates when you feel alert, when you feel hungry, and crucially, when you release melatonin to sleep. For decades, society treated this clock as if it were the same for everyone. But in his groundbreaking book, The Power of When, Dr. Michael Bruce revealed that this is a lie. We are not all built the same. We fall into 4 distinct genetic categories, known as chronotypes. Pay attention, because knowing which one you are will change your life more than any alarm clock ever could. Type 1, the lion. 15 to 20% of the population. These are the natural early risers. They wake up optimistic, hungry, and ready to kill it at 5:30 a.m. Their energy peaks before noon and crashes in the evening. If you are a lion, the 5 a.m. advice actually works for you. Congratulations. Type 2, the bear. 50 to 55% of the population, the majority of society. Bears rise with the sun and sleep with the moon. They are most productive between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Waking up at 5 a.m. is a struggle, but doable. Waking up at 7 a.m. is perfect. Type 3, the wolf. 15 to 20% of the population. This is where the tragedy happens. Wolves are nocturnal. Their melatonin doesn't even stop producing until 9 or 10 a.m. Their brain doesn't fully come online until noon, and they hit their creative peak when the rest of the world is sleeping, between 8 p.m. and midnight. When you force a wolf to join the 5 a.m. club, you are essentially giving them permanent jet lag. You are asking a nocturnal predator to hunt at sunrise. It's not discipline, it's biological sabotage. Type 4, the dolphin. 10% of the population. The light sleepers, the insomniacs. Their intelligent minds never quite shut off. They struggle with schedules altogether. So, here is the first interactive step. Pause this video for a second. Look at these 4 categories. Are you dragging yourself out of bed every morning, feeling like a failure because you can't function at 5 a.m.? You might just be a wolf living in a lion's world. And the cost of ignoring this isn't just being tired, it's lost intelligence. Studies show that when you work outside your chronotype, your cognitive ability drops equivalent to having a blood alcohol level of 0.05%. Yes, waking up at 5 a.m. when you're not wired for it makes you work as if you were drunk. If biology says 5 a.m. is bad for half the population, why is it pushed so hard? Why do we associate waking up early with morality and sleeping in with laziness? The answer lies in the Industrial Revolution. Before electricity, we lived by the sun. But when factory work began, bosses needed a way to maximize daylight hours. The early bird ethic was manufactured to serve factory owners, not your creativity. This evolved into what I call hustle porn. We look at Tim Cook, who wakes up at 3:45 a.m. We look at The Rock, and we succumb to survivorship bias. We see the successful people who wake up early. We don't see the millions of people who wake up early, work hard, and remain broke. Correlation is not causation. Let's look at the other side of the coin. The night owls who shaped history. Franz Kafka, one of the greatest writers of the 20th century. He worked an insurance job during the day and wrote his masterpieces from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Winston Churchill. He didn't get out of bed until 11 a.m. He ran Britain's war effort from his pillow, smoking cigars and dictating letters. Alexis Ohanian, founder of Reddit, a proud night owl. If these people had forced themselves to wake up at 5 a.m., we might never have had the metamorphosis or won World War II. The point is, success creates the schedule. The schedule does not create success. Stop miming the habits of people who have a completely different biological wiring than you. So if we kill the 5 a.m. rule, what replaces it? Welcome to the concept of biological prime time, BPT. This is the specific window of the day, usually 2 to 4 hours, when your energy, focus, and motivation are naturally at their peak. For a lion, this might be 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. For a bear, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For a wolf, it might be 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., or even midnight. Productivity is not about time management. You can sit at your desk for 8 hours, time. But if your battery is at 10%, energy, you will produce garbage. Alternatively, 2 hours of high-energy work produces more than 8 hours of low-energy grind. This is the physics of productivity. Work equals time times intensity. If intensity is 0, work is 0. Here is your protocol. For the next 3 days, I want you to map your energy. Don't change your sleep yet, just track it. Every hour, rate your energy from 1 to 10. Where is your 10? That window is your sacred ground. That is your 5 a.m. If your peak is at 10 p.m., then 10 p.m. is your golden hour. Protect it. Block it off. Don't use it for Netflix. Don't use it for laundry. Use it for your deep work. Once you identify your biological prime time, how do you use it? You don't need a 10-step morning routine with ice baths and meditation, unless you like that. You need a deep work system. The mistake the 5 a.m. club makes is thinking that the start time matters. What matters is the block time. I recommend the 90-minute focus block. Why 90 minutes? Because of the ultradian rhythm. Just like we have sleep cycles, we have focus cycles. The brain can sustain high-intensity focus for about 90 minutes before it needs a reset. Here is the new routine, regardless of when you wake up. Wake up naturally. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Consistency batter early. Hydrate and move. Jumpstart the system. Wait 90 minutes before caffeine. Avoid the afternoon crash. Execute your focus block. If you are a wolf, wake up at 9 a.m. Do your admin work, your meetings, your low-energy tasks during the day. Then, when the sun goes down and your brain lights up, hit your 90-minute focus block. Write that book. Code that app. Edit that video. Do not apologize for working when your brain is awake. We live in a world that is obsessed with optimization. We treat ourselves like machines that need to be calibrated to a factory setting. But you are not a machine. You are a biological organism with an ancient rhythm written into your DNA. The discipline you are looking for isn't found in an alarm clock. Real discipline is the refusal to play a game that you were designed to lose. Real discipline is understanding yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your energy, and building a life that honors that. If you love 5 a.m., if it makes you feel alive, keep doing it. But if you have been beating yourself up for years, pressing snooze with guilt, feeling like you are behind before the day has even started, stop. Turn off the alarm. Sleep until you are rested. And when you wake up, whether it is 7 a.m. or 10 a.m., attack your day with full energy. Because the world doesn't need more tired people forcing themselves to be awake. The world needs you, fully rested, fully charged, and fully alive. If you want to dive deeper into how to structure your day based on your specific chronotype, I've created a free energy mapping template linked in the description. And if this video saved you from setting that 5 a.m. alarm tomorrow, hit the like button so other night owls can find this freedom too. See you in the next one.